Okay, example 4. It tells us to solve the given triangle here. And so I'm going to go ahead and set up. And so they tell me that angle A is 35 degrees, side A is 12, and side B is 16. Now I notice I'm not going to be able to start off just trying to find an angle necessarily using the easy way, adding all my angles together. So that tells me that this is a side-side angle. Look for that second triangle. So I'm going to set it up. I'm going to put my little prime symbols. So if I have to find a second triangle, I can just tell the difference between my work. Put in the same stuff, the given. Alright, so working in my first triangle up there, notice they gave us angle A and side A, so we need to go find angle B. So I'm going to take sine of angle A over side A, and that's equal to sine, we don't know angle B, so put B, over side B, which is 16. So we're going to cross multiply and divide. So 12 times sine of angle B equals 16 times sine of 35 degrees. Now we want to solve for B, but sine's connected to it, so we're just going to divide by the 12. And so sine of angle B equals 16 times sine of 35 degrees over 12. And remember, when you're looking for an angle, you're going to do the inverse. So to get rid of that sine, we're going to move to the other side by taking the inverse of it. So we're going to have the inverse sine of 16 sine of 35 degrees over 12. Alright, so let's put this in our calculator and let's see what we get. And so I got 49.89 degrees. Now, I'm going to go ahead and check and see if that second triangle exists. So, in order to see if it exists, remember, we're going to go ahead and find, since we just found angle B, we're going to find angle B prime. In order to do that, you take 180 minus the angle you just found, so 49.89, which is 130.11 degrees. So I'm going to go ahead and put this up here for angle B prime. Now let's go ahead and let's find angle C prime. So just using the rules of a triangle, we're going to take 180 minus the other two angles added together. And that gives me 14.89 degrees. So that's possible. I can have an angle that's 14.89 degrees. So I do have a second triangle. That number we just found for that third angle was bigger than 0, so the second triangle exists. And so now we just need to finish both of these triangles. So why don't we go ahead, since we're almost done with the second triangle, let's go ahead and just finish it. Let's find side C prime. Alright, so we're going to use what they gave us. So I'm going to use this angle A over side A. So sine of 35 degrees over 12. It's equal to sine of 14.89 degrees over side C prime. Cross multiply and divide. So C prime times sine of 35 degrees is equal to 12 sine of 14.89 degrees. We're solving for that side C prime, so divide by sine of 35 degrees. And so we get C prime is approximately, and we're going to plug all of this into our calculator. And I got 5.38. Alright, so all my angles have degrees, my sides didn't have units, so I'm done with the second triangle, but I still have to complete the first triangle. So let's go back up and let's do that one. So probably the first thing that's going to be the easiest to find is our angle C. So we're going to use those rules of the triangle again. This is all angles add to be 180. So we know that angle C is going to be 180 minus the other two added together. And I got 95.11 degrees. And then let's go find side C, just like what we've been doing. I'm going to use what they gave us. So I'm going to use sine of angle A over side A. And that's equal to sine of angle C, which we just found to be 95.11 degrees, over side C. So cross multiply and divide. So C times sine of 35 degrees is going to be equal to 12 times sine of 95.11 degrees. That's supposed to be a decimal. It was an awful big decimal. Solving for C, so divide by sine of 35 degrees. And so C is approximately, I got 20.84. The sides have no units, all my angles have degree symbols, so I'm now done with my first triangle as well. So we can see here on this one that this one had two triangles that worked. So we have two solutions.